Thank you for downloading this in-ear entertainment podcast. You're listening to Shakespeare's Sonnets. Sonnet 26. Lord of my love, to whom in vassalage thy merit hath my duty strongly knit, to thee I send this written embassage, to witness duty, not to show my wit. Duty so great, which wit so poor as mine may make seem bare in wanting words to show it. But that I hope some good conceit of thine in thy soul's thought, all naked will bestow it. To whatsoever star that guides my moving, points on me graciously with fair aspect, and puts apparel on my tottered loving, to show me worthy of thy sweet respect. Then may I dare to boast how I do love thee. Till then, not show my head where thou mayst prove me. Oh, that was quite a nice bit of pattern, that one. I was Sonnet 26. I need to do this in the right order. I'm Mark Chatterley, and I'm recording with a friend all of the sonnets, and he's here too, and he is
Thierry Heles. This is, yeah, I always thought you were going into rap there.
I don't rap, no. I can barely speak at a normal pace, let alone fast. God. And that was Sonnet 26, which has awesome words in it, like vassalage and embassage and whatsoever, and great words. Tottered, which I'm fairly sure I read wrong when I read it out earlier. What do you think of this one, Thierry?
It's strange.
Strange. I think that sums it up, yes.
I mean, I don't know. I can't say it blows my mind. I'm reading it again now, and I'm just going, what the hell is he doing?
It's again, if you listen to the Sonnet 25 we're talking about, and in Sonnet 25 you had Shakespeare going, yes, I don't have a lot of goodness in my life. The stars haven't looked kindly on me. And here he is in the next sonnet going, to thee I send this written embassage, to witness duty, not to show my wit. So duty so great, which wit so poor as mine. It's Shakespeare going, yeah, I can't really write very well, and I'm not that funny, sorry.
After he started it with Lord of my love, to whom in vassalage thy merit hath my duty strongly. It just, I'm no good with words.
Yeah, they don't come naturally to Shakespeare, obviously.
Obviously. And it's despite having invented hundreds and hundreds of them.
So because it leads me to wonder if in these sonnets he's not meant to be him, and I know that is a theory that is out there, that he's playing a character in this role, which could be a female character, which then gets rid of the supposed
awkwardness and Well, it would be. Well, yeah, I guess it's a boy. Yeah, true.
But it is never explained. But for Shakespeare to one say, fortune hasn't looked kindly on me, and then I'm not so good at writing, just, I don't know, seems a bit odd to me.
I don't think anyone has ever said that he's no good at writing so eloquently as Shakespeare does in this sonnet.
It's like someone going on X Factor and singing about how they can't sing, although probably
they
couldn't sing. Yeah, maybe that's not a good analogy. Sorry, but this seems to be a sonnet about writing. I'm going to go because I haven't quite dissected it enough to know what it's really about.
Well, at first look, it seems like this sonnet in itself is the embassage.
Yes.
Is that how you pronounce the word? Embassage?
Embassage? I said embassage, but that could be completely wrong.
I'm pretty sure I've never come across that. I guess it means message, or and a letter that you send to a lord.
Yes. And the lord in this, I'm guessing, is the fair youth. He's now calling the fair youth a lord to place the fair youth higher than him.
Well, he says Lord of my love, so I would guess that it's not an actual. Well, we don't know who the person was. It might be an actual lord, but
probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
And the whole sonnet is about how I can't write. I'm no good at writing. Please allow your imagination to fill in the rhyme, and please, I hope you look on this graciously. I'm trying my best, but until my skill as a writer gets better, I'm not going to be very good at saying how wonderful you are and how much I love you. Says the man who's writing 154 sonnets to this person. It's such a weird pair of sonnets, this one and the last one, to come across, I think.
It is. What's the line? Puts apparel on my tottered loving to show me worthy of thy sweet respect. It just could he have been more convoluted in saying, I don't know how to tell you this. I don't know. Maybe he's making fun of himself. I mean, he if you write like that, you obviously know that you are good with words.
Yes.
And he's taking it to quite an extreme here by saying that he cannot write.
Unless it's the Shakespeare equivalent of that episode of Doctor Who where they meet Van Gogh. And
that might be true, that he just doubts himself.
Yeah. They did do a Doctor Who episode with Shakespeare, didn't they? But he was a bit arrogant in that. So.
Yeah. I didn't like that Shakespeare.
Arrogant Shakespeare, we don't like. And yeah, these two sonnets I think are a bit. I don't know. It's the same reason that and we mentioned it in the last podcast, that the whole nobody loves me mentality that used to be teen angsty and people would grow past, but for some reason in at least in my generation, which is kind of the same as Thierry's generation,
it's not that you're making it sound like you're like a lot older than me. It's only a couple of years difference.
Only a couple of years. But it seems to be hanging on now into, some people seem to hang on to that as an identity into their 20s. And it's really annoying, this. Because I know there are people out there who have issues with social interactions, but these aren't people like that. They're just, nobody loves me. Why does nobody love me? And it winds me up personally, I guess. Maybe this is just a personal thing. It's one of my pet peeves. Because I know there are people out there who have real issues. There's sociophobia and there's autism and Asperger's, and those people have real issues. And to have someone who doesn't have those taking that on as an identity and then moaning about it online really winds me up. And I think these two sonnets have hit a nerve because it's very similar. It's someone who doesn't have a problem pretending they do, and a very specific problem, and I don't like that.
Good rant.
Thank you. Sorry.
No. I do agree that there's quite a lot of people who do. It doesn't help that we have Facebook and Twitter. I mean, Facebook specifically asks you, how are you feeling today? And then your name, and you just... It doesn't... I saw a comment earlier where someone just wrote, we should all take a moment now to think about our friends on Facebook who are having a bad day. And you just...
At any one point.
Get a grip. Yeah.
Yeah. At any one point with today's... It used to be this very... There is this structure of how many people you can interact with. So you can have one or two very, very close relationships. And then you can have maybe 5 or 6 close friends. And then you can have maybe 10 or 15 acquaintances. And there's this pyramid diagram that goes...
Isn't it the Dunbar number? You can have 150 people in your life that you can keep track of.
Yes, exactly, and that's the very bottom row of the pyramid, and that's how very old civilizations, when they were beginning, when we were first starting to create civilizations, that's kind of the natural number for an encampment, was about 150. And it seems to be a universal constant with humans. But Facebook and Twitter, I follow 600 people on Twitter. I've probably got 350 Facebook, as they call them on Facebook friends, but they're not friends, but they're Facebook friends. And
virtual contacts.
Yes, and at any one point, a couple of them are going to be ill. One of them's probably going to be in A&E or in hospital. One of them's going to be depressed or upset. Someone in someone's family has died, and so all of this stuff that you wouldn't normally be aware of is suddenly thrust in your face. So I guess that can make the world seem very skewed in the way of badness and being bad, I guess.
Well, they've done. This is going way off tangent now.
Yeah, we are. Sorry.
But they've done a few studies where they've proved that being on Facebook actually causes you to be depressed. Because you get the both sides. You either get the constant stream of bad news, or you get the photos of all the other people, all your friends, in inverted commas, who are going out and having fun.
Yes.
Because you're not. Facebook makes it seem like you're part of their life, but you're still only getting that selection of. Yes. I mean, people put up 500 photos of their night out, and it's 300 of them just sitting in there with talking to a friend and nothing going on. But you click through them and you just go, oh, they're having such a good time, and I didn't go out last night, and what am I doing with my life? And you just go, yeah, but they might have been sitting at home for the last 3 weeks and not doing anything.
Exactly.
You're just getting that little bit now where you see the fun that they had on one night.
It gives a very false view of the person, and that's how it links back. And I think that's why there are these people who don't have the social problems who seem to think they do. The whole mentality of, I never go out, nobody likes me. But it's not that nobody likes me, it's nobody likes me like the people who I connect to seem to be liked. And it's a very false impression. I was speaking to someone online who had this impression that if you weren't out every night of the week, you didn't have a valid social life. And this was coming from someone who had 3 standing appointments every week where they would go out with friends, which is far more than I do. And it's a very... I'm not saying I have a bad social life. I think I have a good social life.
You have no friends, Mark.
No one likes me. But so the 4 minutes or whatever the rant that me and you have just had together is why I don't like. Or why I do like the sonnets, because they're very one track and very simple to digest. But I don't like the Shakespeare's thoughts behind them, because it seems to be Shakespeare complaining about something. Saying he can't do something when it's very patently obvious he can.
But then, it's maybe a slightly different opinion. If we, I mean, Shakespeare was obviously a creative person. Mm-hmm. Those people tend to be, well, have a lot of self-doubts and be more depressed than. I was going to say normal people, but non-creative people. I wonder if they have more, or whether they're just forced to confront it more. So if we use normal to mean non-creative, normal people probably don't think they can write either, but creative people they want to, but yeah. So I just wonder if they confront it more. Maybe I'm just saying that because I want something to seem like I'm brave. Well, it is always brave to create something and put it out there for people to critique. Yes, me and you are very brave for doing this. We are the heroes of our generation. They should be bumper stickers about us. That's what it should be. Flag waving parades is what I want. People running around putting up stickers everywhere. Just lampposts. Our faces, heroes of our generation. Oh, I can dream. There's an idea for merchandise for Inner Entertainment. Just stickers with our faces on. With maybe a speech bubble with a section of a sonnet in it somewhere. That'd be awesome. We have not really talked about this sonnet at all, other than how it makes me feel about my life and me. That's not good. You can go. What do you think? I have to look at this again now. I've completely forgot what it was. There's not a lot to it, is there? Yeah, it just... I mean, I think we talked about this before we started recording, the weird rhymes that he tries to force into this. The vassalage and embassage, or however you pronounce that word. Yes, yeah. One seems to have too many more syllables than the other. Vassalage. Vassalage. They've got the same number. It's the vassal. It's the hard vassal. Whereas it's embassage. Anyway. There's that and the final line, which I haven't counted the beats now, but it seems to be well, just from looking at it, it seems to be longer than it should be. Yes. Till then, not show my head where thou mayst prove me.
And that could be because it has changed. Some of the when we get to Sonnet 28, I'll bring this up again. But it seems that the original quatrain versions, the sonnets as we know them now have changed slightly.
As in the Petrarchan sonnets and.
Yeah, and certain words have changed. I imagine because the words that Shakespeare used back then were probably going out of date for Shakespeare's time, and so they've been kind of tidied up a bit. So that could be why that last line looks so freaking long. Are you counting syllables at the moment? Is that what you're doing?
I'm trying to, but my head just goes da 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 da. It doesn't work.
It has a level.
I've always been shit with it, counting syllables, and just no.
Till then,
it doesn't
not
work.
Show my head where thou mayst prove me. So, 11 syllables in that line. So it's not iambic pentameter, definitely. Yeah, and the one before it's got 11 as well. Then may I dare to boast how I do love thee is 11. So yeah, this isn't an iambic pentameter, so that probably means something. There's probably someone listening to podcasts going, yes, it does. How can you not see it? But
obvious.
Yeah, sorry. I don't see what that means. Maybe it means something that he broke out of it, but I don't know. Sorry. Would you like to read this one now?
I'll try.
Did I go wrong? I can't remember where I went wrong. I stopped a few times, but
I can't remember.
I'm going to go with yes, because it's probably a safe bet.
I'm going to stumble over that stupid
embassage. Someone tell us how that word's meant to be pronounced, please.
It probably a weird old Latin or French word.
Embassage or something like that. It's going to be weird.
I'll just go with embassage.
Yeah.
Right, Sonnet 26. Lord of my love, to whom in vassalage thy merit hath my duty strongly knit, to thee I send this written embassage, to witness duty, not to show my wit. Duty so great, which wit so poor as mine, make me the
You almost went into baby talk. Which Where did you get to?
Up there. Duty so great, which wit so poor as mine, may make seem bare in wanting words to show it, but that I hope some good conceit of thine in thy soul's thought all naked will bestow it. Till whatsoever star that guides my moving points on me graciously with fair respect, and I don't know, it seems I'm getting 2 lines and then I'm just stumbling all over the place.
And I'm the ill one. It's okay. We can I'll trim some of this down. It's fine. Don't worry.
It's fine. I completely
You done the naked bit. You were points me graciously. And puts apparel you were at.
And puts apparel on my tottered loving, to show me worthy of thy sweet respect. Then may I dare to boast how I do love thee. Till then, not show my head where thou mayst prove me.
Excellent.
Wow.
That was a flawless reading recital of Sonnet 26.
Once we've cut out all the stumbling.
Thank you for listening. That was Sonnet 26. I hope you join us next time for Sonnet 27. I've been Mark Chatterley.
I have been Thierry Heles.
And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to Shakespeare Sonnets with Mark Chatterley and Thierry Heles. This has been an In-Ear Entertainment podcast. To listen to other podcasts or find out more about In-Ear Entertainment, go to www.inearentertainment.com.